New this hour, Portland police are looking for a driver who caused an ambulance to crash in a fit of road rage. This is video of the aftermath of that crash. It happened just before 2 o'clock this morning on Northeast 121st near Sandy Boulevard. Investigators say the driver of a suspicious van was tailgating an AMR ambulance and yelling out the window. The driver of the ambulance called police, but before they could get there, the van pulled in front of the ambulance and slammed on the brakes. The ambulance stopped in time, but two cars behind it did not, and they both rear-ended the ambulance. No one was hurt, and the driver of the van sped off. If you saw what happened, or if you have any information that can help this case, you are asked to call Portland Police.